Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to episode 5 of the Deu Awuok Show, where it is my job to interview professional and collegiate soccer players about their life journeys around the beautiful game. On this episode, I speak with Waniya Hudson, a member of the Notre Dame's women's soccer program. We talk about her experience playing for the Olympic Development Program, growing up playing with the boys team, her very impressive high school career at Greece Athena, where she was a 4 year starter and an All American, as well as her college recruiting process and experience playing at the Division One level. This was a very entertaining and very insightful episode, and I hope you enjoy it. Wanaya, thanks for joining. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so let's get started with a little introduction. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
I'm from Greece, New York. I go to, or currently go to the University of Notre Dame. I'm going to be a fifth year there next fall. Um, yeah, I went to Greece Athena High School. Yeah.
Nice, nice. You come from a family of athletes. Your dad played basketball at RIT. Your mom ran track at Nazareth. Your older sister played soccer at Buff State. Your brother played hockey at St. Lawrence. And your younger sister, who is currently in high school, plays soccer as well. Talk to us about when did you start playing soccer and why did you choose it over other sports that your family plays?
So I started playing soccer when I was 8. I did like GGSL.
Uh-huh.
I only started playing because my older sister, like whenever my older sister was playing soccer, I would just be running around, and her coach was just like, "You should just put her in soccer so she can waste some of her energy." So yeah, I guess I was kind of a late beginner, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, it was fun.
Nice, nice. So I guess when you were growing up, you played for the ODP team, where you were the captain, and that team did really well at winning regionals and getting to play in the nationals. For the benefit of our viewers who are not familiar with ODP, tell us what it is and how you got selected to play for them.
So ODP is the Olympic Development Program. Is when like a bunch of girls from your certain region come together and like try out and practice together. Um, there's I want to say 4 or 5. I'm 100% wrong. I don't know how many reasons, but basically people. So my region during the time was New York West. We ended up changing and becoming Region One, and so everyone would come and try out, and then they select a team. They select two teams, so like let's call it like A team and like the B team
Hmm.
or whatever. And yeah, it's basically like a way to make a top team, but not really like for to go and play against the other regions.
Nice. And when was
Yeah.
that? When did you start playing for them?
Um, I think it was around the same time I started playing with Super Nine. So I want to say maybe like I started like U12, U13
Okay.
doing ODP. Yeah.
Nice, nice. And so I guess as part of the program, you got to play. You were selected to play in the All Star game, and playing a tournament in Florida. Talk to us about that experience and what the selection like when you found out about it, and then the opportunity to go down there and play in that tournament.
Um, is this the Boca Raton?
Yeah, the Boca Raton,
Or
yeah, top
yeah.
11 All Star game. Yeah.
So our team got to qualify for like we won our like there was like there's like trying it's kind of hard to describe, but it's like there's like a smaller like tournament, and then the big tournament was like the top 4,
Hmm.
and that was a great experience. So we won out our like section, and then we made it to the top 4, and then those girls like from the top 4 from those games were picked, like they picked girls from those teams to
Yep.
make a big team. So it was so cool to meet like all these other girls from like different regions and like play with them and then compete against other girls, and it was just high level soccer. It was so fun.
Nice. What position were you playing when you were growing up, like for ODP and then for your club team as well?
So for ODP, I played usually like center back.
Okay.
Same with club. Um, Sometimes for ODP I would play like midfield, but like usually I was just playing like center back.
Nice, nice. And then as part of the ODP, you also got to travel and play overseas. You played in Costa Rica, Germany, Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Um, talk to us about the experience, right? What teams were you guys playing, and what was it like to be able to go play soccer in all these different countries?
It was so cool. I wish I could still travel. It was so fun. I don't remember like the exact names of the teams that we played,
Yeah.
but I know like it was like in Costa Rica, it was just beautiful environment. Same with like Germany and the Netherlands. We got to actually like sometimes eat with the other teams like after the games.
Oh,
So it was
nice.
cool. Like we would be battling on the soccer field and right after the game, like handshake, like switch jerseys, and then like we're gonna go and eat a meal with them and learn more about like their culture. It was so cool. We got to eat a lot of different food and then just like be exposed to just a different style of soccer and like their style of play. It was so awesome.
That's really dope. An opportunity that not a lot of people playing at that level get. So kudos to you there. You mentioned this earlier, but you played with a boys team, right? And as I look back now, I remember actually hearing about you. I didn't know you at the time, but someone was telling me there's this girl playing with a boys team, and I'm like, what age group? And they were like, I think 17 or 16 or something like that. And I remember just being really impressed. Like at that age to be playing with the boys is quite impressive. So I guess talk to us. How did that come about? When did you start playing with them, and how did you get involved with the Super Nine boys team?
So I think I started around U12, not really on the team, but I was playing for this other team, and my parents thought like wasn't really getting developed. Like there was you know how there's like sometimes a lot of politics in soccer. It
Yeah,
can be
yeah,
like so like I wasn't being played in my actual position, and I on the side, I was practicing with Coach Victor Paco. Like
yeah.
he had like these little like skill sessions, like teams, and it was like co-ed. It was so fun to play with. And then one day, like my parents was talking to one of the guys' parents. They were like, "You should just try out for the boys' team." And my mom was like, "You know what? That's a great idea." Did she run this idea past me? No. So me and my one friend, we were like, yeah, okay. Like our parents were talking, they're like, we're gonna take him to the tryouts, right? And so I get there and I'm like, okay, at least she's gonna be there with me. It's fine. She doesn't end up coming. I was
Wow.
just crying. I was like, I don't want to go out there. I was like, Mom, you can't make me go. And
This
like
is
they
this,
were
this is
like,
U12, right?
yeah, this is like U12. I'm pretty sure. Like I was like, I can't do it. Like, because like the tryout was like my age group and then also like the older guys, and I'm like, there's no other girls here. I don't want to be. But my mom was like, you're going out there. So I went out there and I was just like, okay, like it's just soccer. We just gotta try our best here. And then I somehow made the team, so that was cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really impressive. And then you stay with them until what? The 18s, 17s?
Yeah, 18s, like up till college. So I was with the team for like 6, 7 years. It was kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I guess how was the experience like? I mean, just traveling and just playing with them. Like, what was that like over the what 4 or 5 years you had?
Well, I was definitely very awkward around the guys.
Yeah.
'Cause I was just like, oh, but it was really fun. It was really cool. They're all like amazing soccer players. Like they've definitely helped me become the soccer player I am today. I loved having Coach Victor as a coach. He was tough. Like you
Yeah.
might have heard about Victor Mago. He was tough, but he was a great coach. Like
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
and some of the guys are still like some of my close friends today, so it's kind of cool.
That's really dope, and I think that helped a lot because you had a very good high school career, right? At Greece Athena, where you were a 4 year starter and team captain. So I guess playing with the boys helped a lot there. Talk to us about your experience as a freshman starting. What was that like? You probably the smallest on the team, I'm assuming, and the youngest on the team. So what was that experience like?
Yeah, it was fun. It was like I remember the first game, like it was three of us. It was my friend Sadie and my other friend Gisela. We were all like, "Oh, I wonder if we're gonna get in, or I wonder if we're gonna play." And then we did. And I think we all did pretty well in our first game. And then from then on, like we just kind of like were together, and we are just like we just had to like play our best and do our best to continue playing against these older girls, and it was a great experience. I know it took we all three of us were captain our senior year.
Hmm.
Yeah, our senior year, and it was just fun to see how like it changed because usually freshmen weren't allowed to even try out for varsity or even
Yeah,
JV. So
yeah.
like it was kind of cool seeing my younger sister being able to play varsity as like I think like eighth, seventh grader, eighth grader. I don't even know,
Wow.
but it's kind of cool to see
Is-
that now. Yeah.
that's insane. Like, and
Mhm.
what position were you playing for the high school team? Were you also playing center back?
No, so I played midfield or forward.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, that was a switch up.
Yeah, so I guess following that first year as a freshman, the following 3 years you won Offensive Player of the Year, was nominated for Athlete of the Year. On top of there, you were two-time All-State, two-time All-Great Rochester, and then an All-American, and got to play in the All-American game. Uh, First of all, congrats. That's really dope.
Thank you.
Quite an achievement, something to be proud of. But talk to us about the experience. Right, when did you find out that you're going to be an All-American, and your reaction to it, and then your experience at the game?
Well, I actually didn't know that I was an All-American. Like, no one told me. I remember, I don't even know. I think my mom found out somehow.
Yeah.
Like, she was just being, I don't know, she was just online, just like, I don't know. And then she was like, "When your name's on this list, so is CJ's. I would like, does he know?" And so, like, I remember like texting like CJ. I was like, "Hey, like, I think we're supposed to be going to this all American thing."
Wow.
He was like, "What? Really?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't like I don't know, like I was like I didn't really hear about it." But it was pretty cool. Like I came when got in contact with like the people, they were like, "Yeah, like do you just have to fill this like saying like where you're from, name, what school you're going to and stuff like that, and then you're all set." I'm like, "Awesome." I'm like, I would have missed this."
Yeah. Wow.
I was like, "I had no idea."
I'm
So yeah.
surprised they don't have a more effective way of communicating there. Like just emailing. Maybe they can't find anybody's contact information, but like letting the schools know or somebody, because that's such a big
Yeah.
achievement to like maybe
Yeah.
potentially miss it by not knowing about it. It's kind of
I
crazy.
know. Mhm. If I missed that and, like, found out, I've been like, "No way." But, yeah, I was so happy. I was like I don't even know how my mom found out. She's like, "Yeah, your name's on this list." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Alright." But it was pretty cool experience. Actually, at the All-American game, I, like, didn't because you were supposed to play, like, the position you were playing for your high school team,
Yeah.
but they didn't have enough defenders, so I just played defense. I was like, "Eh, I'll just play defense." But, yeah.
Where on defense? Like center back, outside?
I played outside back. Yeah, I played outside back. That was fun. Yeah, but yeah, it was cool because I got to see or play with one of my incoming class members for my Notre Dame team. It was fun. I got to meet her for the first time and see her. It was pretty cool. Mhm.
That's dope. I guess I was gonna ask about your commitment to Notre Dame, but did you already commit at this point before you went to the All Star game, or was did you commit afterward?
Yeah, I committed like the summer of my junior year, like
Okay.
that summer, and I kinda kept it quiet. I was like, "I'm gonna keep this a secret until it's, like, for real."
When you went to play in the game, did you guys like know each other? Like, did you guys know you were gonna go to Notre Dame together, or did you guys happen to know after you guys already played?
So, like, Notre Dame, like, posted something about like, posted pictures of everyone, so I've seen a picture of her before, and I was just like, "Hey, like, are you going?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm going," and then we took a picture together and everything. It was really cool. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I guess turning to your commitment to play at Notre Dame, talk to us about your recruiting process. What did that look like for you, and why did you choose Notre Dame over the other schools that were pursuing you?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of I had a couple like schools like offer me stuff and stuff like that. But like something about Notre Dame, like it was actually kind of funny. We were on my way to another school or on our way back from another school
Yeah.
and we were driving past Notre Dame. My mom goes, "Let's go see where Rudy played. Like let's go see that like Notre Dame." So I was like, okay. So we're just walking around the campus. It's a beautiful campus. Everyone was so nice. Like people were just walking up, like, oh, like are you guys here to like see, like I can give you a tour, like I can show you
Wow.
places. We're like, okay, like thank you. And so we were walking around, and then like a couple days later I got an invite to like a Notre Dame camp,
Hmm.
and I was like, this is pretty cool. Like I would love to go there. And yeah, and then like I went to the camp, and like the head coach like gave me like a private tour because I had to leave early for like an ODP event, and I was like, this is really cool. And I really, it was like such a family, like gave like a family feeling, and like it was
Yeah.
just obviously amazing academics and like amazing soccer. So I was like, yeah, I want to go here.
That's dope. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that culture aspect of the program is quite important. And I actually visited Notre Dame, and I had the same experience where it was really nice. I saw the men's team play when I was there.
Mhm,
Really huge campus. But yeah, no, really nice campus. Your freshman year at Notre Dame, you played in 18 games, which is quite a lot for a freshman. Um, Talk to us about your adjustment to D1 soccer, and what do you think helped you make the adjustment? What was the adjustment like, and then what do you think helped you with the adjustment?
mhm. I think like going into like college soccer, it is a lot different than like club or like even like ODP and stuff like that, just
Yeah.
because like there's a bunch of girls coming and like competing for the same exact spot. Like you're not being selected for a certain spot. Like there's a bunch of girls that are gonna be there to compete, and they're all very talented girls.
Hmm.
So it at first, like I just came in, I was just like, I just have to work hard and do my best every single time I step on the field. And I learned that like I can't like harp on things that I can't control. You have to just focus on the things that you can control.
That's
Mhm.
important. I wish I knew that when I was going through my process, because for me it was the first time where I was doubting my abilities. I like in high school and club, I was usually one of the top guys there, so I never really like doubted like my abilities. But then you go to college soccer and everybody else is good, and then you make a
Mhm.
mistake, and then you're like, "Am I as good as I thought I was?" Right? So then now you start to lose confidence. But I guess bouncing back, controlling things you can, and not worrying about the environment and things that you can't really control. I think it helps a lot of players, especially young players, adjusting. So I'm really happy to hear that you kind of kind of got that early on, and were able to succeed. Because in your sophomore year, you started in all the games, you led the team in minutes played. Um, this was also the year. This was a COVID year, right, where social distancing and lockdowns were still very prevalent. What was the experience like playing that season for you? And I guess what do you think helped you make the like make the adjustment so that you're like having that big impact your second year, right? You were starting and played all the games only as a sophomore, and were leading teams in minutes.
I think that there's just it was hard, like especially like not being able to hang out with people, like so like being able to see like my teammates like on the field, it was just like kind of like a relief, like oh I can finally like hang out and talk to my teammates. Like I need
Hmm.
to really cherish this time, and just made me want to like play harder, I guess, for them, because like there was only like we weren't allowed to like hang out with each other. Like
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
just like you can only hang out with like, your roommate, and I'm like dang, like hey, I miss my team. Like I can't see them, so like you really like appreciate the time with your teammates. You just want to enjoy the time. When you're enjoying your time on the field, you happen to like I feel like you play better because
yeah,
you're enjoying it more.
yeah.
So yeah.
Nice, nice. And what was the season like for you guys? I think it was a very short season, at least for us. Like it was only conference game. Um, like no like non-conference game, and it was only like half the conference team we were playing. Was it the same setup for you guys where it was maybe half the teams that you typically play, and then if you made the playoffs you go do that, but what was that like for you guys?
We did something like weird. So we played like two seasons, like we split them. So we
Mm,
played in the fall and then also in the spring. It was kind of weird. I don't know. There
okay,
was a lot
okay.
of there was a lot of games, but it was yeah.
So then did the was it was it like considered one season, like one, like did the record from the fall carry to the spring, or was it like treated as two like minutes different seasons?
So I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure that we did like people in our conference and then like out of conference games, like split
Okay.
them.
Okay.
I would say that's what we did. I don't
Okay.
remember.
Um, your junior and senior year, you started all the games. And the team continued getting better defensively with each year. And your senior year, you guys had 14 shout outs in the 23 season. It's quite impressive. What would you say contributed to that success for you and for the team?
I think we just were all bought into like what we had to do in our individual roles. Um, I have a bunch of talented girls on my team, and like everyone had a job and they did that job.
Hmm.
So like like if our one forward was supposed to make runs in, one person was supposed to post up, like that's what they did. If one person was supposed to step or show, like they we just all like locked in and just focused on our jobs, and we weren't like concerned with, oh, like my individual stats. No, no, no. Like we were all bought into what our we had to do to better our overall like team like outcome.
Nice, nice. And I think your senior year, the whole back line came back, right? The starters. That probably helped too, right? The fact that you guys built that chemistry and had some familiarity with each other in terms of knowing, each other's tendencies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then your senior year, you also made the Elite Eight of the national tournament. And leading up to the Elite Eight game, you guys didn't concede a single goal that whole tournament. Quite impressive. And you guys were the only team in the country to not have conceded up to that point. Talk to us about that experience. What was it like for you and for the team?
It was a really cool experience. We all just were just like bought into like what we had to do, and like I remember one of our like strongest games were against Virginia, and we were so hyped after that game because like I think this is our like first time beating them, and we were just like, this is what we have to do, this is how we have to press them, and we were just like our coach was just like, you guys looked like like animals on that field. Like you guys are everywhere. And like that's what we had to do. Like it was so tiring, but we had to do it. And
Yeah,
it was so cool. And like it was an amazing feeling to like win that game.
nice, nice. Yeah, it's always nice when you put in the work, you take the plan, and your hard work is rewarded. So I can only imagine. And we kind of alluded to this earlier, but due to the impact of COVID-19 and the cancel season, NCAA like give all the players that extra year back, and you've decided to take them up on the option, and you'll be returning to Notre Dame in the fall as a grad student. Talk to us about your thoughts as you go into your last season of college soccer. What are some of the goals you wish to accomplish this year?
hmm I just hope that our team does as well as we did last year.
Yeah.
I know we're getting like a lot of new people on our team who
Hmm.
I feel like will be amazing additions to our team. So like we just have to keep working, keep doing our best, and keep focused on like our overall team goal. And I feel like we can accomplish like anything.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Are you guys returning most of the starters, or what's the setup there? A lot of them graduate.
So we lost, I think just like two starters. I would
Okay,
say two. Yeah, I would say we just lost two starters, but yeah, um, we are adding a good amount of freshmen, but
okay.
I think we should be good.
That's nice. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a really good base to build
yeah. Hmm.
on. Yeah, look forward to seeing you guys in the fall. Um, you're currently playing for Electric City, a League
Hmm.
One team in Canada. You're also playing alongside your younger sister, Oriana. Talk to us about what has experience been so far, and what it's like playing with your younger sister.
So I actually have not played with her yet 'cause she's still in high school. So
Okay.
she's still in school right now, and she won't come until like the last month, and then even with that, I think she'll just be here for a couple weeks with me, and then I have to go to school. So
Oh,
yeah, so only like a couple of practices and a couple of games that we have together, but yeah, it's really cool.
yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking now. Yeah, she's still in high school. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Same playing semi-professional in high school. That's kudos to her.
Mhm.
I guess has she committed anywhere yet? I've seen some clips of her just in high school, and she's just like head and shoulders above everybody else. Like she's an absolute beast. Has she committed anywhere yet, or
Yeah, yeah, she's going to Florida State.
oh, nice. Oh, wow. Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah.
So then you
We,
you guys you guys play each other. Are they in the ACC too?
yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow.
Yeah.
You go up against your sister in the fall.
No, because she's still in high school. She's gonna be a senior next year.
She's gonna be a senior next year.
Yeah, senior next year.
She's a junior right now.
She's a junior.
No way.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, she's killing it like that.
yeah,
Oh, wow. That's unbelievable. Good for her. That's really dope. I thought she was a senior in high
yeah.
school this year. Wow. That's dope. Good for her.
Yeah.
And I guess for the last question of this segment, before we transition to the next segment of the podcast, any advice for young soccer players looking to go play D1 soccer?
Yeah, I would say just always work hard, do your absolute best, and just control. Don't focus on things you can't control because then you'll just be stressed out over things that you can't control. Just focus on what you can do and
Mhm.
what you can do to better yourself.
Nice, nice. It's pretty insightful and very important lesson to learn. So, young players listening to this, take her up on the advice. Now, transition to the last segment of the podcast. These are, rapid questions, but you don't have to answer them that fast. So, if you want to take your time, you can. But for the first question, best player you played with and best player you played against.
Um, there's just so many. Played with. I would just say the people on my Notre Dame team. I would
Okay,
say
okay.
that. I
I,
don't
I,
know.
wa- I, wa- I want to let you pick. I want to put that spot. You don't have to pick one. How about best player you played against?
Played against. I'm blanking on her name. I'm blanking on her name, but she plays pro right now. She went to TCU. I think it's like Yasmin something.
Okay,
I'm blanking on it. Yeah.
nice, nice. And you played a while Notre Dame, I'm assuming.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gonna say she stalked me up. I was like, no. I was like, dang it.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's good. Start one, bench one, sell one. Mia Hamm, Abby Wambach, shout out 585, and Alex Morgan.
This is a hard one. I did a. I remember doing a book report about Mia Hamm. Love her. Abby Wambach. Same birthday as me. Same number.
Really? That's
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty dope. From Rochester, same birthday. Wow, that's really dope.
And then Alex Morgan. Okay. I feel like I had to be strategic about this. It has to be. Is it current state or like?
Just like based off their career so far, like who would you sell, who would you start, and who would you bench?
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna start Alex Morgan.
Okay.
Bench Abby. Oh, I can't sell Mia Hamm. I can't do it. Okay, I'll bench Mia
I'm gonna hold you
Hamm.
to this. You have to pick something. You
Abby
have to do this. You have
Wambach.
to do this one.
Oh man. Yeah. I'll I'll bench Mia Hamm. Sell Abby Wambach. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay, okay, fair. Hopefully the next one is easier. Messi or Ronaldo?
Messy. Yeah.
Why?
He's just so good. He's so good defensively and
Okay, okay. Are you a Barcelona fan or are you just a Messi fan?
just Messi fan.
Just Messi fan. Uh, Prediction for the upcoming World Cup. Who do you think is winning it?
Women's, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna say US.
USA. I think they're the
Yeah.
favorites, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Nice, nice. And then last question: your best moment or greatest experience playing soccer thus far?
Um, I'm gonna say yeah. Our beating. I think it's who was it? Like, oh my god, beating Pitt. I think in the League eight games in
Okay,
PKs. That's what I'm gonna say.
nice,
Our
nice.
whole team, it was crazy. We all ran out and doggy pile. It was great. Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all I have in terms of questions. This has been a pleasure. Thanks so much for joining me. And thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for taking the time out of your day to listen and support this podcast. It is very much appreciated. Please follow the show if you don't already do so. The show can be found on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and the rest of the other major platforms. As always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Much love. This show is produced by Yak Awok and original music by Scott Holmes.